Well, that Shoop's been through that at Cartertown a couple of times. And Boss, he's seen that. He's seen that stage. Well, without further ado, we wanted to introduce our terrific feature poet for the evening, Hippie Rick, ladies and gentlemen. Hippie Rick.
Every time I get up to a microphone, I want to start saying, Thursday night is poetry night at Rory's Cafe, but this is Poets Monday. Timothy was right, the last 2 Thursdays I was not hosting my own mic. It was really strange. The night before, I had found out that I was being advertised for being at a show in another venue, so I had to go do the show. And it was a very, very nice show. Last week, I was making a trip through Bloomington and Indianapolis and checking out different open mics and coffee houses and things like that. And in my travels, I find that a lot of people just look at me in a real weird way when I dress like this. And this is me being myself. And when they do that, I want to do this piece to them. Looking at me, you see scum, something just above a bum. Looking at you, I see greed, someone holding back from those in need. I'm looking at me within my means, maybe not realizing golden dreams. Looking at self, you can afford style, and there's always a reason for you to smile. Looking at them, we shake our heads, both of us thinking, they're better off dead. Looking at us, they hold out their hand. For them, this isn't the promised land. Let's look around, place ourselves on common ground. Is not a rose, whether it's yellow or red? Looking down on others is bigoted. Difference, like beauty, is only skin deep. Discrimination make others weep. We hate and fear what we don't understand. But we're all the same, collectively called man. Thank you. But when I think of doing that piece to these people, I have to take into consideration that I sometimes judge those people. And it's actually all about what's inside. All too often, we judge others by the way they look. Do they have black hair, blue hair, is it blonde or brown? We judge them like the cover of a book. It's what's inside that counts. Blue eyes, green eyes, or are they brown? Are they slanted or round? It's what's inside that counts. Long hair, short hair, dreads, it's all the same. Yet here we are, all of us, playing the game. It's what's inside that counts. It's what's inside that counts. It's what's inside. In June, I self-published a chapbook, Crossing Bridges Between Dark and Light. And if anybody here tonight likes what I'm saying, they can get copies from Michelle over here. I'm going to do most of these pieces that I'm doing are in the book. There are a few that are not. This next piece is called Ashes. Out of the ashes, when the fire has died, comes the burning pain, the mutilated, mutated being, sick, hurting, depressed, disillusioned, disenchanted, confused. Out of the ashes, after the fire has died, comes the torment, resentment, you ugly thing, you! After the ashes have cooled and blown away, comes a new being. Yes, ugly at first, with bugs under the surface. After the ashes have cooled and blown away, comes a bouquet of flowers bursting forth, healed with a new awareness, the same person, but changed, being better than before the fire, awaiting the next flame. And in the book, Crossing Bridges Between Dark and Light, I keep forgetting my own title of my own book. There are a few dark poems, and I'm going to do a couple of the dark ones now. The first one is a very short piece that intros the second piece. Energy flows from the thorn-pricked finger of the hand clutching the flower. The rose comes into bloom as lips curl up in an eternal smile upon the ashen face. Shotgun jammed between clenched teeth. In a few seconds, you'll need a wreath. People slipping by the open room are sensing pain in the impending gloom. Thumb on the trigger, gun ready to fire. Soon this fragile body will expire. Angel, oh angel, sweet angel of death, come and be with me. I wish to breathe my last breath. Misfortune is common in a crowded city, yet here you are, full of anger and self-pity. You'll get them to suffer when you're laid to rest. All your life, you've been a person self-possessed. The muscles are tense, body's beginning to shake. This makes no sense. Why, for God's sake? The mind is a scramble. Tears starting to flow. What's wrong? Can't do it? You really want to grow old? Now you're afraid of being in pain? You could end up a vegetable with half a brain. Why did this happen? That it comes down to this. It all started with one drink, just because you were pissed. I'm going to try and brighten it up a little bit here. This next piece came out of a conversation with Russ Pickerstaff, and it's a spoof on well-lit mall bookstore poetry readings. Book upon book, row upon row. Now it's time for the poetry show. 1 gazillion candlelight, surgeon's delight. Molly O'Malley's poetry site. Garden party Thursday night. Letters behind names, academia's game. Technically perfect words of prose. Molly O'Malley speaks of her rose. It's all quite quaint in the suburban mall, and to hear a coffee house poet, she is appalled. Performance poets that don't mince words speak of things that Molly's never heard. Thank you. Earlier, I think it was earlier this year, or was it late last year, myself, Tom Boss, and another poet and writer, Rachel, had gone to the theater district. And it was advertised that there was going to be beat poetry read. Well, we had our own expectations. In the theater district, being the theater district, it was not beat poetry being read, but actually poetry sung operatic. And this is a piece, my thoughts, what I saw that came to me. I kind of titled it Wild Bohemians. Wild Bohemian wannabes, all dressed up in finery. Operatic hurts the ears, singing poems of yesteryears. Black Parade actors, those Yuppieville beats, could not survive life on the streets. Limerick lines mixed with fine wines, but where are Kerouac and Ginsberg's lines? Thank you. want to do a cover piece right now called Breakfasting, and this is by a Southern poet, Hippie Nelson. Eternal knowing, unknown, unseen in darkness, unseen in light, neither this nor that. Seed within the seed, great unnamed I am, edits universes over espresso in his heavenly kitchen on Sunday mornings. His illuminating light winks off drinking glasses and flickers from silverware. Sweet rolls, finely leavened, rise in his oven, their aroma permeating the air, setting bellies of seraphim rumbling. I am wriggles toes in bedroom slippers, throws a monkey wrench in theories of evolution, grins to himself, wonders whether perfect purity can afford the luxury of a long hot shower. Meanwhile, on earth, in the name of God, pulpiteers pound podiums and preach political power to itching ears. Children squirm in pews. A heroin junkie waiting for the man, for mama, for Satan in a syringe, sniffles and shivers on a Seattle street corner. A Baptist deacon grins over a nickel and dollar collection plate. His wife incubates his virulent semen, not knowing she has been given the gift by an AIDS-infected streetwalker who now sleeps with a homesick sailor on a chicken ranch in Reno. A mongrel dog sniffs the feet of a Savannah hobo who snores on a park bench in Andrew Jackson Square. 36 Haitian refugees drown 80 miles from Florida when their unseaworthy craft capsizes. Gaunt Somalian children die of dysentery and dehydration. An Australian philanthropist stacks their bodies like cordwood in a lime-laced common grave. A Serbian sniper draws a bead on his Croatian neighbor. 2,000 Muslims press pious foreheads to Meccan dust. Somewhere, a withered old man holds a photograph in one hand and wipes a tear from his cheek with the other. An African Methodist choir raises the tar paper roof of their clapboard church with a spirited rendition of I'll Fly Away. The Dalai Lama attains enlightenment. Blue bottle-nosed dolphins become entangled in the nets of a commercial tuna fisherman who dreams of leaving the sea for the love of a good woman. Green bottleflies sting the belly of a pregnant quarter horse. She stomps at her tormentors and breaks the right foot of her handler. 6,000 head of cattle dream of vast green pastures. Sacred cows roam streets of Calcutta, where a young father contemplates having the left leg of his newborn son amputated so he will succeed in begging for bread. Soul surfers await the perfect wave. A busload of Hasidic New York Jews tack prayers to the Wailing Wall. A hollow-eyed Hollywood beauty stares at her reflection in a mirror and wonders how many facelifts separate her from retirement. A Canadian cancer victim mutters morphine poetry at the television, croons Kyrie elegiac to a Christ whose mercy is measured in brain tumors and brilliantine, and pleads for Winston Light cigarettes like a broken wino on a Thunderbird Jones. A German music student, hair on ecstatic end, absorbs the sweet passage from Dvorak's New World Symphony. 6 influenza viruses crack the membranes of a healthy Frenchman's red blood cells. Pine needles fall to the ground. Bolivian children dance in the street. A young Swedish mother shivers as her tiny fair-haired son nuzzles her breast, then finds her nipple and begins feeding. 3 American hunters drink Jack Daniel's whiskey and swap lies on a safari in an African veldt. With a single brushstroke, a Japanese painter suggests a goldfish in watercolor on rice paper. The earth rotates. Asters fling wide amorous petals, offer pistils and stamen to their insect lovers. A cat sleeps on a windowsill in China. 2 homosexual males copulate in a San Francisco bedroom, sharing the promiscuous seminal histories of more than 1,000 other partners. An almond-eyed Thai girl combs her raven-wing hair. 7 timber wolves devour a white-tailed buck. Fires rage in the Amazon rainforest. A teenage cheerleader, delirious with romantic love and the hormonal ties of puberty, takes her half-back boyfriend's erect penis into her vagina. A madman stumbles the Thorazine shuffle down a hallway in a sanitarium in Belgium. A housewife, armed with a broom, knocks down the dewy doily crocheted by a garden spider on a corner of her porch. Willows, unweeping, drowns in the sun. Someone aborts a fetus. Someone else contemplates filing an abortion clinic. A woman in a Chicago hospital screams, pushes, expels a bloody, wrinkled, swallowing infant from her womb. A night owl flaps its wings. A urine-soaked nursing home patient imagines a distant choir of angels while orderlies exchange gossip outside her door. A hawk dives toward a field mouse. Staph bacteria reproduce. Termites feast on the superstructure of a historical landmark. Someone sneezes. Someone lights a cigarette. I am steps dripping from the shower, smiles down on a cosmos created for his own pleasure, chuckles, says, "This is good." Gibby Nelson, Breakfast Day. I just love summer. The heat. Last week, something happened to me on the way to the open mic last Thursday. With the heat and all that, I did kind of a brain fade, and I left the windows to my car rolled down, and someone grabbed a pack with my notebooks and my poetry and books, and I had a letter from Hillary Clinton in that pack, and the person got the original letter. And I was wondering, well, how can I come up here and introduce this next piece, because I always use that letter. Well, every year I email this piece to the White House. And today, just in time for this feature, I received a letter from Bill. And the piece that I emailed him is an environmental piece, and apparently he was pretty busy back in April cleaning up messes around Washington, because this letter is dated July 28th. But I'll go ahead and read this and then go into the piece, and you can tell when I go into the piece that he actually read the poem. Yeah, right. It says, "Dear Rick, thank you very much for your message of support and for the material you enclosed. As we prepare to meet the challenges of the 21st century, it is important to me that I know the thoughts and experiences of people who care about the future of America and our world. I am confident that working together we can protect our shared values and meet our common challenges. I'm glad you took the time to write, and I welcome your involvement. Sincerely, Bill Clinton." And this is what I sent him. "Toxic waste dumped in the sea infects the fish that we'll soon eat. Let's cool off, go for a swim. Warnings posted, can't go in. Cut down trees, make more room, more than I'll be doomed. America, the land of plenty, from sea to sea will soon be empty. Farmers spraying pesticides, all these things are suicide. Times Beach, a town closed down from poison soaked into the ground. Chemicals, not even used in wars. Lies told us by government whores. A nation left without resources. Made dog food out of wild horses. Drinking water distilled from sewage. nothing left from overusage. Land killed off for the economy. Exploit things now from other countries. Thank you. Tattered rags, garbage bags, shopping cart, hands held out, going hungry, lack of money, whiskered faces, bruised in places, wine's last traces, stench of sweat, loved ones wept in the land of milk and honey. Okay, could we get someone to unmute channel 8?
Thank you, Sheila.
Okay. Got it out. Hey, bro, you got a dollar? Hey, good brother. You got any coin on you? Come on, man. Just a dollar, man. Look, man, I'm getting sick. I gotta get home on the bus. People on the corner are begging for a dollar. One goes across the street to get a 40 ounces. The others watch him freeze as the man sits down, but only after he's passed it around. Sitting on the curb with his eyes ablaze, he's no longer filled with haterade. Drinks the bottle in front of the store. Now he's wondering how he'll get his next door. He slumps to the ground and passes out while the others sit and stare. If he dies tonight, will anyone care? The guys on the corner will acknowledge his passing, but they won't let it disrupt their panhandling. He was lucky. He made it through the night. The cop on the corner woke him up with a fright. He'll start out this day just like every other, collecting cans, drinking the wines of another. Got a dollar? Hey man, you got some food? Got a dollar? Got a dollar? Got a dollar? Got a dollar? Kevin Ross, give him a hand. Kevin Ross. I guess just 3 more pieces to do. And this next piece is I dedicated to Gretchen Adams Hoffman on October 4th, 1998. For the good she put in our lives while she was with us. Looking at people a day in their life, one has to wonder, why all the strife? We celebrate birth and then mourn death. There's more to life than our first and last breath. What we do has an impact on others. Self-centered greed only hurts our brothers. Just pick anyone, most are the same. Self-gratification is the name of the game. Okay. Good, it's coming. Okay. Just 1 second. This is the first time I've tried doing a full feature from memory. So far it's been going good. This is live, not Memorex. This is live.
I thought you were an illusion.
What we put in that void in the middle makes life complete and not a riddle. There's ego, greed, and uncontrolled hate. We need to change before it's too late. Let's work today for a greater good. Why blend in with the rest of the hood? What we do goes on forever. Let goodwill be your life's endeavor. Thank you. Sorry about that. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Round and round go the hands of the clock. Just not enough time in the day. Time is a concept, so some say. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Watch out for that traffic cop. Round and round those hands go. Gotta keep moving, can't be slow. Spinning around like a little child's top. Sure would be nice to make them stop. Never enough of this concept called time. We feed it batteries of alkaline. We make the choice to let it rule. It runs us around like a bunch of fools. Cell phones, faxes, now email. Today we call first class snail. Fast food, fast cars, there's time behind bars. No time to look upon the stars. We drive through only to wait in line. It's unrelenting, this concept of time. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Round and round go the hands of the clock. Thank you. And this last piece is called Big Bay, and I started it up in the North Woods, up near Marquette, Michigan, and I kind of awoke to a very beautiful scene, and the piece twists around, and I'm not sure how that stuff got into it, but a poem just goes the way it wants to. Nature's troubadours proclaim a new day. Darkness of night quickly fades away. Brother sun composing a rainbow sky, while the music of a tree brings a tear to the eye. Rhythmic waves gently lap the shore. Sound of the flute is complimented more. A gentle breeze with aromatic scents. Blooming wildflowers give up sweet fragrance. Foggy mist drifts upwards from lake to sky, while a lonely seagull slowly glides by. All this takes one to times gone by. Remembering a time when the land was pristine, the waters clear and crystalline. Remembering a time when the earth was whole, not ripped apart looking for gold. Remembering when the air was clean, not full of smog from man's machines. Remembering inhabitants no longer around, killed off by people western bound. Remembering when nature was the only sound, not that of guns firing round after round. Remembering forests lush and green, not wiped out by clear-cutting trees. Seeing the city with its shopping mall, neon lights and graffitied walls. Happy hour with barroom brawls. Taggers, flaggers of what's going down. Gangbang guns fire round after round. Corporate downsize move people in the street. No place to go, in boxes they sleep. A junkie scores and a 5-year-old weeps. A 5-year-old weeps. A junkie scores and a 5-year-old weeps. A 12-year-old sleeps in eternal sleep. Best friend shot with an unloaded gun. 2 young boys were just having fun. Another round fired from a gangbang gun. Societal breakdown, no meaning to life. How can we live with all this strife? Gangbang killers take another way. But wait, it's not here, it's not today. This all got twisted in some way. Sitting down, I hear the waves, not killers that run away. The foggy mist, it turns, it twists, slowly spiraling, ever rising upwards from lake to sky. Muted hues of purple and pink, the sight of an eagle giving away. A gentle breeze with wood smoke scents, wildflowers with fragrance, native sounds made with a tree, a place to relax and be serene. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.